we travel to Canada to discover what it takes to master freeride mountain biking. Freeride Mountain Biking was born on the North Shore of Vancouver. We return to its birthplace to talk about its progression with one of the founders, Dave Watson.
The freeride sport of mountain biking, it evolved in kind of a unique way in the sense that there was this phenomenon in the winter called free skiing, this non-competitive side that I think a few riders recognized, wanting to look at a trail, not necessarily for how fast you get from the top to the bottom, but for all the natural features that were on the trail as you rode down that trail. Be it a little berm here or a little jump there, and just enjoying that trail differently than one might if they're just trying to get down as fast as possible. So that sort of evolved into what is now today freeride. You know, each course, each trail, each set of obstacles, stunts, maneuvers, they're all really unique to each particular area where you're riding. And sometimes they're easy to, warm into, and other times it might take a few more, what they call it, guinea pigs or stabs at it to get it fluid and flowing. Freeride's evolved immensely, especially when the judging criteria came in and started to really look at how a rider is going to challenge themselves by riding some of these courses. So initially, amplitude was one of the largest things that the judges were looking at. Amplitude being how big can you go? How fast can you go? If you go too slow, you're going to case it. You're not going to make it through that section. If you go too fast, you'll over jump it. So, the precision is a combination of distance looking and judging your speed and making sure your pedal's in the right position and you get your fingers correctly placed on your brakes and how you're using your front brake and your back brake in unison. And the other really large portion of that is how well can it be linked up. So if somebody's watching somebody ride a large mountain section, how fluid does it look from the top to the bottom? As the sport of freeride and the competitive side of it's evolved, the jumps have gotten bigger, the tricks have gotten more technical, the riders are going higher, spinning, flipping, jumping into challenging transitions and being more fluid top to bottom with each and every season as it continues to evolve.
Whistler is home to Cory Derpak, a professional mountain biker who has watched freeriding develop in his own backyard.
I'm so fortunate to be born and raised in the Whistler Valley here. It's such a part of who I am, and we have the best of the best as far as lift access and gravity-fed facilities would go. Freeride mountain biking would be no boundaries really, like just getting out and getting to ride things that, maybe most people don't see as something you'd want to go ride your bike on. Freeriding is like a self-expression.
Whistler is kind of the epicenter of modern mountain biking. They recognized that there was potentially a growing culture of mountain bikers that wanted to ride trails that required lift access. With this brought, a really different and new evolution of the sport of mountain biking.
The great thing about mountain biking is it's so personal. It's all really about figuring it out in your own head, what works best for you, what feels best in your arms, what feels best in your legs, and just kind of feel what you can flow best with, right? Nobody's body's the same really, and nobody's bike setup's the same. Body position, body function, it plays a huge role in the progression of mountain biking and in personal progression as well.
When you're doing a jump, the way your body just acts as this big piece of suspension and kind of takes you down through the lip of a jump and then up and off the lip through the trough and then into the air.
I would say for me, a really nice, strong, neutral position over your bike. I always try to think about maybe my nose just set back behind my stem. You want to start to spot your landing as soon as you're leaving the lip of the jump, where you're gonna want to be landing and putting your wheels down.
In freeride mountain biking, every little detail counts because granted, it's free in the sense that the rider can make what they want of the landscape, can paint the canvas, paint that trail how they wish as they ride it. But as they ride it, it's those precision little moves all the way down. And it's those subtleties of how a rider rides and the language they have when they're riding a trail that separates one rider from another rider.